Hello and welcome to the Lesbian Lounge, a podcast for the girls who like girls. I'm your host and your resident lesbian big sister, Juliet Taylor, and I'm here to answer your guys' questions, give advice on your dilemmas, and of course, chat about your wildest lesbian dating stories. So grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome into the Lesbian Lounge. Welcome back in, everybody. It's Christmas time. Whoop whoop. It is what now, like the third, fourth, fifth? I don't know. It's December. I feel like as soon as it hits like October, the months just blend into one. The days don't actually matter. Who knows what day it is? To be fair, I'm filming this on a Tuesday. I woke up this morning, genuinely hand on heart thought it was Sunday. Like, I don't know what day I'm on. I don't know where I am, but it's December. It's festive season. And you know what, guys? I think... No, he dropped it. I think our Christmas tree deserves a place on the set, like the official set that you can all see, because it's Christmas time, mistletoe and wine, children singing Christine rhymes. Maybe not that last part. I mean, the kids probably do at school, don't they? Like, you know, Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. Something the angels sing, a king was born today. You know what I just realised? The people in the studio next door to me, I can sometimes hear them. So they definitely just heard me singing Mary's Boy Child to you all. Happy Christmas, guys. I think they have a cafe because it smells unbelievable. So I'm going to have to check that out because I love food. Anyway, happy holidays, happy festive season. I'm just so excited for Christmas. Basically, guys, let me tell you about my advent calendar. So most people do a normal chocolate advent calendar, which I personally have no issue with. That's what I asked for. I love a chalky advent calendar, especially an indoor one. I do feel like sometimes, you know, you get a couple good ones and then they start giving you these like tiny little balls for like days in a row. Then finally you get like a bunny or a reindeer or something. But Lucy went above and beyond, let me tell you. So she has made me an advent calendar. She's made it herself, and each day is something different. So I've had day one, which was chocolate, and I haven't opened day two yet because I haven't seen her yet. And part of the rules of the advent is that I have to be with her to open them, or I can open them on FaceTime if we really can't be together. But I'm going to see her tonight, so I thought I'll just wait until tonight so we can be in person together so I can open my advent calendar day two. And this girl is so short. She has smashed every single day, which I'm sure she has. She knows me so well. She didn't even have to like ask for anything. Like yesterday it was like, I bought you your favourite chocolate. Everything was like dead on. Like she didn't even need to ask what I wanted. So I'm so excited to see what every day is. And I'm going to be keeping you guys updated over on my TikTok because I'm doing Vlogmas. Oh my God. I've never done Vlogmas before. Probably going to get to like day 16 and my brain's going to be frazzled. But yeah, we're going to be doing gays in the life every single day. Basically, it's a day in the life, but because I'm gay, it's a gay in the life. So I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I get up to on my days. So if you want to see like the behind the scenes of a filming day of the podcast. Why is Lucy ringing me from the Raven's work phone? Should we answer it? Oh, hey, you're live on my podcast.
Oh, hi.
What do you want?
I was just going to let you know that I've lost my phone at Lucas, so I'm going to collect it. So if you'd rang me, I wasn't ignoring you. I've just been an idiot and left my phone.
This girl loses everything. What did you lose this morning? She lost a t-shirt, a bag, and something exclusive to our relationship that I shall not disclose. I actually can't cope with that girl. What was I telling you all? I forgot. Was I just telling you about the advent calendar? Oh, I was telling you about Vlogmas. So yeah, behind the scenes of filming days, behind the scenes of my life. It's all going to be over on my TikTok, which is at Juliet Francis T, not Juliet Francis T, Juliet Francis T, because my name is Juliet Francis Taylor, and I feel like Juliet Taylor sounds boring, but Juliet Francis Taylor sounds more exciting. Maybe one day it'll be Juliet Barker. Oh my God, that's crazy. And we're also off to the Lake District tonight. We're going down, basically, one of the presents, I think, for my advent calendar, I'm not 100% sure, Lucy ordered it to her old address, which is in the Lake District by accident. So we were like, instead of just getting one of her friends to post it up to us, why don't we go down to the Lake District? So we're going down tonight, coming back on Thursday afternoon. So we'll have all day Wednesday, most day Thursday in the lakes. We're going to take one of the dogs down with us, so go on a nice little walk, just do some cute, cozy Christmas things. Again, getting all ready for festive season. I am so excited. I don't really think I have much else to update you all on, guys. Life is festive, life is good. I'm in love. So, shall we just jump straight on into this week's episode? I think so. So, without further ado, let's jump straight on into this week's episode. Okay, I have smashed this question of the week, I feel, guys. It's a top tier question of the week. So, this week's question of the week is, what do I buy my masc or femme girlfriend for Christmas? So we're going to start off with what do I buy my masc girlfriend for Christmas, and then we'll move on to what should I buy my femme girlfriend for Christmas. So these are some of my ideas. If you're my girlfriend listening to this, I'd maybe just skip to, 10 minutes time, because I'm going to give some suggestions, which might be things that you're getting, and I don't want it to be a spoiler. And I do think I'm going to post this on TikTok too. So again, you're just going to have to scroll past the TikTok. So, first thing I think you could buy your masc girlfriend for Christmas is a wallet. Now, this is one present that I have bought Lucy. So if you heard that, Lucy, no, you didn't. Now, my girlfriend, which I'm assuming a lot of, not even just masc lesbians, just everyone in general is the same. She loves a brand, anything Stussy, Supreme, Palace, that is her shit. So I have bought her a Supreme wallet. It was pricey. It was probably about £200. So that's her main present. However, she loves a brand. She's been going on about needing a new wallet, and it's very her. It's this black leather wallet with a chain on it. It's giving masc lesbian. So if you have the money to splash out and treat your girlfriend, I would definitely look at getting them a nice branded wallet, because again, it's something they're going to use all the time. It's practical, and then every time they take out their wallet, they're going to think of you. Then next thing I've got is literally anything like Stussy, Supreme, Palace, those sort of brands. I feel like they're just very masc lesbian brands. They're sort of that, I know, I think is it Palace? I get confused. I'm still getting to learn them all. One of them, I think it is Palace, is a skateboardy brand. They're all quite just on that masc lesbian hype. So definitely maybe a nice jumper. I feel like you can't go wrong with a jumper, because also you can then steal the jumper and wear the jumper. It doesn't get much better than that. So something from one of those brands. Next up I've got is a Nike sports bra. If your masc girlfriend is anything like mine, she will love a nice sports bra. Lucy lives in sports bras, so a Nike sports bra, I think you can't go wrong. On the same train of thought, Nike white socks. Again, I feel like you can never have too many Nike white socks. White socks. That's a mouthful. Nike white socks. Everyone try to say that 5 times fast. Nike white socks, Nike white socks, Nike white socks, Nike white socks. I did it. It was actually quite easy. Nike white socks. I feel like you just can't go wrong. Okay, so next one is a specific scent, and it is the Gucci Pour Femme Love Edition. This honestly smells incredible, and I think this is a really good one because it smells so good. I enjoy the smell of it too, so it's going to smell good on your masc. But genuinely, sometimes because I actually bought this for Lucy for her birthday, not Christmas. Sometimes I will spray it on myself. It lasts all day. I've sprayed it on her hoodies, kept her hoodies for weeks, and can still smell it. So it's just a win-win because she smells nice, you can use it, you can smell nice. It's just good for everyone. Okay, next one. I think this might be one of my best ones. It is a matching set of Calvin Kleins. So for example, you could get your masc one of the bras and the boxers, and then you get one of the bras and a thong or some type of knickers, underwear, whatever. So I've done this for myself and Lucy. I've gone for the classic black Calvins. And again, I think this is such a win-win present because you both benefit. You get the set, they get the set, you get to see each other in the set. I just think you can't go wrong. And then final one, this is a good one. Now this is for my girlies in serious relationships. I have got a promise ring. Now I know I'm getting a promise ring because Lucy was like, I need to measure your finger for something. And she did show me some options of rings she'd been looking at because the last thing you want when someone gets you a ring is to hate it. So I think it is safer, sometimes to just get their opinion, see what they like. So I thought, if I'm getting one, my girl deserves one in return. So I found this gorgeous little Etsy shop. And basically it's a hand-carved ring. so you can see all sort of like the ridges on it, and then you could engrave something on the inside. Obviously you didn't do the engraving, they did, but on the inside I've engraved forever, because the whole point of a promise ring is I'm going to love you forever. That's why you give them the promise ring, to promise that. So forever is engraved on the inside, and I just think that is such a special present, and I can't wait to give that one to Lucy. So hopefully that is a little bit of an idea of what to get your masc for Christmas. So brands, wallets, t-shirts, hoodies, Calvin's, promise ring, a nice scent, and you're going to be good to go. Now, on the flip side, if there's mascs listening, what to get your femme, or if you're femme for femme, whatever, here is a little femme lesbian gift guide. So I've tried to think of things that I know I would like, and hopefully that can help you out. So first one, it's actually not a physical present, but you are going to find out where your femme gets her nails done, and you are going to prepay for one of her appointments. It could literally be a single appointment that you prepay for. Probably going to cost you anywhere between like £30 to £45. I personally have never paid more than like £42 for a nail set, but I guess it depends how crazy they go on the designs. But prepay in advance for one of their nail sets. So when they like sit down, they get their nails done, and at the end they're like, oh, how much do I owe you? And the nail lady's going to go, oh, it's already been paid for. Lucy called to pay for it. Tell me that isn't so fucking sexy. Like the fact that you've gone out of your way to think what your girl would like, and you've prepaid for her nails. That is an unbelievable top tier present, and trust me, you are going to get so many girlfriend points for that. So prepay for your girls' nail appointments. Next up, I've got a femme scent. So obviously we've done a masc scent. This is a femme scent, and I wear the Dolce & Gabbana. I think it's called L'Impératrice. I've said that so wrong. I think it's French. It's like an L, an apostrophe, and like Impératrice, it's spelt. That perfume, honestly, smells unbelievable. Sometimes I'll go for my scent. Sometimes I'll switch things up and spray on a bit of Lucy's Gucci. But that is a really nice scent for a femme. It's a nice pink one. Comes in a cutesy little bottle, so you can't go wrong with that. Next up, if your femme's anything like me, they are going to have an obsession with little cute trinket things, and one of my obsessions is Sonny Angels. So get your girl a Sonny Angel. I think one of the best things with Sonny Angels is that you never know what you're going to get, right? Like, they come in the little packet. It's so exciting looking at the box going, oh my god, I really want the duck, or I really want the penguin, or the vegetable, or whatever it is. They do a Christmas dinner set as well. I got a Christmas dinner one the other day. Adorable. So get them a couple of Sonny Angels. You don't have to get like the brand new from the website ones, because they're expensive. Like, have a look on Vinted, because loads of people resell them. Sometimes they're fake, but honestly, like, I have a little tomato here. I'm pretty sure he's a fake one, but actually no, I don't. I think you're real. I do have some fake ones, and honestly, you can't really tell the difference. They're just cute. They have little angels. They have their bums out. They do have little willies, so they're not really lesbian friendly. But, like, I'm sorry, they're just so cute. I said to Lucy, I was like, I want a phone case. Actually, this phone case would probably work, that I can have a little Sonny Angel sit on, because you can get the sticky back ones. Then they sit on your phone, so when you're doing anything, they're looking at you. So I feel like you can't go wrong with a Sonny Angel or 7 Sonny Angels. Like, they are going to go down a treat. Next up, I have a handbag. Obviously, for the masks, we said get them a wallet. For a femme, I feel like a handbag is a really solid option. And with handbags, like, you can go high-end or you cannot, and I feel like you can absolutely hit the nail on the head. I had my eyes, I wouldn't actually class it as a handbag. I think the brand's called Garni. It's the Have a Nice Day, Please Recycle brand. I bought one of their jumpers not that long ago, and in leopard print it said Garni. And they had this big, probably more tote bag. Also the tote bag from Marc Jacobs. If you're going to splash out, that is an unbelievable bag. It's probably more like a tote bag, yeah. And it's black and with the leopard print Garni written on it. That's such a solid option. Like a tote bag from Marc Jacobs, a Coach bag. Like, there's so many options with bags. You can go out there, you can go really classic and just get like a plain cream, black, beige, burgundy, whatever colour bag. You can't really go wrong with a handbag. Couple more. Next one I've written is just anything sentimental, because, and I think this goes both ways as well. Like, I love like a handwritten love letter when someone like goes out of their way to really like do something for me, and it's not just like, oh, I bought this. It's like, I put so much love and effort into this. So like my advent calendar for me is like the most special thing ever, because it's just, for me, like, you can't buy that in a shop. You know, anything that you can't just buy in a shop, that's like your partner's just done for you, I feel like you can't go wrong. So love letters, anything like that, just chef's kiss, top tier. Then final two, I've put, same as what we've got the masks, I put a promise ring. I just think if you are serious about that relationship, treat them to a promise ring. You can get Pandora, I think, do the engravings, Etsy, or just look on any cute shops. You don't even need to have it engraved, just a ring that is, you're giving it to them with this promise of, I'm going to love you forever, I'm going to marry you one day, we're going to have a future together. I think that's such a special gift. And finally, again, I put the matching Calvins because you're buying them for your partner, but you're also going to buy yourself a pair so you can look cutie together in them, and it's going to be so sexy, and it's going to go down a treat in the bedroom. Okay, I am going to move on to some of your guys' dilemmas and questions and stories, and we're starting with a quite literally juicy one. So strap in, strap on, let's go. I have an embarrassing dilemma that has made me reluctant to date. Every time I have an orgasm, I squirt a lot. It's always been like this from the very first time I masturbated. I squirt with and without penetration, so even receiving oral sex without fingering leads me to gush plenty of fluids. I understand. Now, I feel like you're already getting yourself worked up about the fact that you squirt, and you're like, oh my god, it's embarrassing, whatever. But if we cast our minds back a couple of weeks ago, there was the dilemma of the girl whose girlfriend was like, I want you to squirt. Yeah? Like, there are people out there who love this. So I don't know where we're going to go with this dilemma, but just know that there are people out there who are going to love the fact that you squirt because they love that from a partner. They love that they're able to make them do that, even if you're like, I can do it myself. But there are people out there who are going to love you for that. So let's read on, but just have that in the back of your mind. I'm 20 years old and have had one relationship. In total, I dated my ex-girlfriend for 11 months. The first time we had sex was 3 months into the relationship. Unfortunately, my ex was grossed out and irritated by my squirting, even in instances where she just fingered me without the risk of her face getting covered in my squirt. That's just like, I get it, like, it's not necessarily something you want all over your face. Fair enough. Some people it is, some people it isn't. But you're saying, like, even just using her fingers, she was like, ugh. Like, just put a towel down, get the bed wet. It doesn't matter. As long as your partner's having a good time, surely that's all that matters. It should not matter if there's a bit of squirt or, like, period blood. Whatever those things are, if you really love that person, it shouldn't bother you. What was I up to? Eventually, sex just solely became about me pleasuring her. E.g., I would go down on her, but she would never reciprocate. So there's no fun for you in this now. You're just pleasuring her, but you want to feel pleasure, but she doesn't want to pleasure you because you're going to squirt. After our breakup, thank God that relationship ended because clearly she was not your soulmate because she was not satisfying you. I became reluctant to date. I didn't want to fall in love with someone and then risk being humiliated again in the sex department. I'm so sorry you had to feel that way. So, even though I would prefer to be in a relationship and get to know someone before having sex, I thought it was better to go down the one-night stand route where my feelings wouldn't be hurt as much. On Tinder, I matched with a woman I found attractive, and I told her in advance that I'm a squirter. Okay, brilliant. So you're talking about a hookup and you're like, just to let you know, I'm definitely going to squirt. So she knows this in advance. She said she was fine with it and we hooked up. When she was going down on me, I let her know that I was about to come. She kept going and I squirted all in her mouth, all over her face, neck and the sheets beneath us. Awkwardly, she flipped out and called me a disgusting freak and said no lesbian wants to swallow a mouthful of squirts. I'm sorry. 1, you warned her in advance you were a squirter. 2, you told her I'm going to come. So if she really wanted to, she could have got her head out of the situation. Who gives a fuck about bed sheets? They can be cleaned, they can be changed. Like, how dare she say those things to you? She's a disgusting freak for reacting like that. I'm so sorry. Anyway, that was the end of my one-night stands. I felt terrible that she was so upset and had left angry. I was also left in a state of confusion at her anger, as I had told her in advance that I squirt and told her that I was about to come. Exactly. Perhaps she hadn't comprehended how much I would squirt. This one night stand happened in February of this year. Yeah, I don't care if she didn't, think it's going to be a lot of squirt or a little bit of squirt. You told her in advance, I'm a squirter, I'm going to come. So if she knew she was going to be grossed out by squirt, move yourself away or don't have the sex in the first place. Like, don't make me feel bad for something that I can't control when I've pre-warned you about it. That's just shitty on her end. Since then, so February this happened, we're now in December. Since then, I have made no attempt to date and have had no sex. However, recently I've developed feelings for a work colleague. Sometimes I think I should pluck up the courage and ask her out. Other times I think, what happens if she agrees to go out with me and then in due course, she gets similarly grossed out the first time we have sex due to my squirting? It doesn't seem like something you can just drop casually into a conversation when you're just starting to date someone. But if we date for a while and have sex, I'll be deep in feelings, and if it will hurt if she breaks up with me because of the sex. I will be grateful for your advice on how I should approach this. Okay, I think we need to go for it with this work colleague. You're saying you've started to develop feelings. I'm assuming she feels the same way too. Like, you're not getting mixed signals. You're getting like the I fancy you signals because you're getting the courage, like plucking up the courage to ask her out. I think you 100% need to go for it. You cannot hold yourself and your dating and, every part about you back just because of this one insecurity that you're worried about. Because like I've said, there are people out there who love squirting. Maybe this girl has never been with a squirter before. Maybe it's never something she's thought about. But let's again cast our minds back to our foot fetish girl. She literally heard the girl she got with say, I think foot fetishes are gross and weird, or something along those lines. They are now still together and they're sucking each other's toes and having a fucking brilliant time. So even if this girl has this like pre-perception on squirting or has never really like thought about it, or even if she's literally said, I think it's gross, we can change her mind. And if she is really the person for you, if she really cares about you, she will either just fully embrace it or she will make, compromises so that you can both be satisfied in the bedroom. But yeah, we can't hold ourselves back just because we're worried about this one minor thing, because that's what it is. It's a minor thing. It's not something massive. It's not like this would be an issue as well, but I'm just trying to think of like a bigger example than squirting. I feel like that is so minuscule. I'm not trying to take that away from you as well. I'm just saying, putting it in perspective, I squirt, minuscule thing. Say you were trans and you hadn't, gone through all the surgeries yet. That would be more, not an issue, but more of a, I need to really tell you about this in advance because there's not going to be a vagina there for you to come near. Like, that is something that we really need to be thinking about and speaking about to this person so they are prepared for that in advance. Squirting, it could be dropped in a conversation. And again, I know you're saying, like, I don't want to have my heart broken, but I don't want to then just, like, drop it randomly in conversation. But I think, why don't we, like, bring it up just in, like, general terms? Or speak to somebody else at work and be like, listen, can you just, like, bring up squirting and see what her reaction is? Or completely leave the squirting for a second, make your move, take her out on a date, see how it goes first. Don't have sex on the first date. When it comes to date 2, you sit her down and say, listen, I had such an unbelievable time on the first date. I'm so excited for a second date. But there's one thing I want to tell you about, just so it's off my chest and it's not something that I'm worried about. She's going to be like, oh my God, what is it? And you're going to say, when it comes to coming, I squirt quite a lot. I've had some quite traumatic experiences in the past. I've been broken up with over it. And I've had one night stands call me a disgusting freak. So I just wanted to tell you in advance that this is something that happens. I cannot control it. I completely understand if that's something that's going to put you off me. However, we could put towels down. I'll tell you when I'm going to come. So if you don't want it all over your face, you can move out the way. Even looking at things like sex toys. So, that's what's getting covered in squirt. But I think we make our first move, we go on our first date, and then we bring it up before the second date. So it's almost like the OnlyFans last week. There's certain things that somebody needs to know at the start of a relationship. You can't be dropping 4 months down the line, by the way, I do OnlyFans, by the way, I squirt. I mean, hopefully by 4 months in, you've had sex now and she's realised that you squirt. But like I said, if this person is the girl for you, is the girl of your dreams, your wifey for lifey, she's not going to give a fuck that you squirt. And even if, like, for fetish girl, it's not something she's not wowed by it. She's just like, oh, I don't think it's for me personally. Again, if she's the person for you, she's going to get on board with that. She's going to think, you know what, fuck it. We'll have sex, I'll get covered in squirt, and we'll just make it a routine that we both jump in the shower together after sex and wash it off together and make that like part of the sex routine. There are so many ways around it without you feeling uncomfortable and without your partner feeling uncomfortable. But the most important thing for you at this moment in time is that you feel comfortable to open up to this person. Obviously, you work together so you know each other. So get on that first date, see how it goes, test the waters, and then, yeah, just sit her down before the second date, explain everything, you know, tell her, like, I didn't want to bring this up and have it put you off me, but I didn't want to not bring it up, and then jump scare when we first have sex and there's liquids all over the bed. Just bring it up then, see how she reacts, and go from there. But I'm almost I'm going to give you a 98% sure that it's not going to bother her, and it's just going to be the case of, okay, we put these precautions in place, or I don't give a fuck, you squirt as much as you like, all in my mouth, and I'm going to drink it all up because it's sexy as fuck. It's going to be one of them, and again, if it's something she's like, ew, no, then fuck her, leave her in the past, and there will, I promise you, be someone out there who is so down for your squirting and is going to love the fact that you squirt so much, because for some people, that is their kink, it's their sexual pleasure, so they are going to adore the fact that you squirt for them and all over them. So good luck, and please, please, please keep us updated. Let us know how the dates go and if things progress further and if we get into the bedroom. Hey, moving on, I'm a bit confused about my lesbian identity. Most would consider me masculine presenting, but I'm not very dominant. I've had 2 short-term relationships with women incorrectly assuming that I would be the dominant one. Can you be a masc lesbian and be more submissive or passive? 1000% you can. You can be... Stop my phone. You can be anything you want to be. The way you look does not define who you are as a person in the slightest. Like, you could be the most feminine looking girly and be the most fucking like sexiest dominatrix in the world, like full on like latex sex dungeon vibes, and you could be the most masculine presenting lesbian and be the one who wants to, you know, not have to take the lead and submit to your partner. It's so fucking normal. I think the easiest way to solve this is a conversation when you're, you know, first starting to see someone, talk to someone, date someone, flirt with someone in a bar and take them home to your house. And I feel like sometimes you'll be able to pick up on a femme's energy if they're, you know, gonna be very submissive in the bedroom or dominant. Tell by like their confidence, their stance, like, are they making the moves on you? Are they, you know, like leaning forward, touching your leg? To me, that's screaming they're gonna want to take the lead a little bit more. And you can have that conversation. You can be like, I would find nothing sexier than you taking the lead, you leading me into the bedroom, you know, ripping my clothes off, throwing me in all these different positions, telling me exactly what you want me to do. You are more than allowed to want that and have that fantasy. Just because, you know, you might wear the strap doesn't mean they can't take control of you whilst you're wearing it, right? So again, just have that conversation near the start of a hookup, a relationship, whatever it is, so it's out in the open. They know exactly what they're getting in for, what they can expect, and then you can go from there. And maybe you might find that you like, you know, switching up the dynamics sometimes. Like, maybe sometimes you want to like step into that control and power, but the majority of the time you want them to have that. And there are plenty of girls out there who will love the fact that they get to have this power and authority and dominance over you. So it's just about finding the right people for you, finding out like who you connect with, having that conversation. How would you feel about taking on a more dominant role in the bedroom? Oh my God, I would absolutely fucking love that if you would let me. Hell yeah, I'd love to submit to you. Brilliant, go home, have the best sex of your life. Just have that initial conversation, get it out in the open, hear their side of the story. You never know as well. You might meet a femme who's like, listen, like, I've got this sort of like weird kink that I've always wanted to try, and you're like, okay, like, tell me, I'm down to listen. And they're like, I've always wanted to like explore being like a dom femme and, you know, having that experience, really taking control of a masc. And you're like, okay, hell yeah, sign me up. I will happily submit to you and lie there and let you do whatever you want to me and do whatever you tell me to do. Like, they might come to you with that information, but if they don't, I think you just bring it to the table. You say, listen, Yep, I look masc as fuck, but I am a submissive girly. You can be my dom femme any day of the week. Okay, next up. I think this dilemma might be in counteract to another dilemma we have had sent in. Do you all remember when we had Mother Jill on the pod and we had the dilemma of the girlfriend who said, my girlfriend constantly wants compliments. I can give her maybe 2 to 3 genuine compliments a day, but she's never satisfied. She constantly wants compliments. Well, I think this might be the other side of the story. I have a partner who is unwilling or unable to compliment me. They tell me they want to compliment me, but it has to be on their terms. My love language is words of affirmation. Is it that hard to tell me I'm pretty once in a while? It's very much giving the flip side to that other dilemma that we had sent in. Now, again, I feel like everything this episode can be solved with conversation and compromise. The 2 C's of the lesbian world. Conversation, compromise, yeah? If you are, wanting these constant compliments, and let's just say this other dilemma was, from your girlfriend, and she's saying, I want to compliment her, but I don't want them to be ungenuine. I want to give her those 2 to 3 a day maximum. What we said to that dilemma, the previous one, was to the girlfriend, she needs to work on self-love and loving herself so that she doesn't feel the need to seek the compliments from her girlfriend. Now, I'm saying this to you from a place of love because I have been the girl begging for the compliments, getting upset over not getting them, being needy and constantly needing that reassurance from my girlfriend. If you can do the work on yourself, you will come out of the other side of this so much happier. You won't feel the need for constant compliments because you feel satisfied in yourself. You're happy. You're confident in who you are. You don't need somebody to tell you that. And when you get that from them, it's lovely, but you don't need it 24/7. You don't need to ask for it. So when that genuine compliment comes about, it feels so much better than getting 100 a day because you get that one really genuine compliment that it's like, yeah, brilliant. Thank you for telling me that, but I'm so confident in myself. I don't need you to tell me that, right? Now, I get it again. It's tricky. Like, you want to be told, oh my God, baby, you're so beautiful. Let me do all these lovely things and tell you all these nice things. I get it. Who doesn't want to be told nice things from their girlfriend, right? And again, you're saying your love language is words of affirmation. So you want like even more than somebody whose love language is like physical touch. They want to be touched and cuddled all the time. You want to be told nice things all the time. So again, let's have a conversation. Let's see if we can come to a compromise. She's saying she can give 2 to 3 genuine compliments a day. You're saying, I need more than that. I feel like you're unwilling to compliment me. You're saying you will, but it has to be on your terms. Like, you should just do it because you want to and we should want to make me feel good about myself. And the way to do that is to give me compliments and words of affirmation, right? So maybe we start a thing where at the end of the day, we give each other 3 compliments or 3 affirmations, and we go to sleep with those. We wake up with them in the morning, we remember them, and we're like, okay, she told me I'm beautiful, she told me she loves my style, and she loves having sex with me. Okay, brilliant. I have 3 affirmations. I feel beautiful, I feel loved, I feel sexy. I'm going to carry them with me throughout today, remember them, maybe get her to like write them down in a text for you, so whenever you're feeling the need to seek a compliment, you open your phone, you look at the text that you have, you go, okay, she loves me, she thinks I'm sexy, she does this, whatever, and then you do 3 more the next evening. Even if they're slightly similar ones all the time, you always have those 3 to go into the date with. That way you're then not begging throughout the day going, are you going to tell me I look nice then? Like, are you going to give me a compliment? Do you even like my outfit? I had my nails done, you didn't even compliment them. And trust me, I get it, I've been there. Like, especially when you've had your hair done, you've had your nails done, you've got a new outfit on, like, fucking tell me it looks nice. Do you know what I mean? And maybe there's so much more to this issue, and this girl just, maybe isn't the person for you because she doesn't want to pick up on these things, and she doesn't, see the fact that you're in a new outfit and want to compliment you, and that's a completely different story. But I don't think that's the case for you. I think you're just both expecting too much or too different from each other. So you just need to have a conversation, speak it out, hear what she feels, see what you feel, and then find that compromise. And maybe it is like 3 at the end of the day, or she's like, okay, I'm going to spread 3 out throughout the day for you. or, you know, you just say, please, like, just, I'm not asking you to do it constantly, but just at random points throughout the day, text me nice things. Like, put an alarm on your phone for 5 minutes past 1 in the afternoon, and every time when that alarm goes off, you send me a nice text with a compliment in there. Like, there's little compromises that we can do so she doesn't feel like overpowered and like you're just begging for these compliments, and so you get what you need. You get the compliments that you deserve, because you do fucking deserve them. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, right? Like, you deserve to be told these things. So don't let yourself settle without them completely, because that's not fair, because you deserve them. And I'm sure, because your love language of words of affirmation, I'm sure you give your partner the best words of affirmation, and you're just like, why the fuck can't you do the same for me? But again, her love language might be gift giving, it might be acts of service. So maybe she does the dishes every night for you, and you just see that as, oh, she's just doing the dishes. But for her, that is her way of telling you that she loves you. But instead of saying it through words and compliments, she's showing you that. Maybe it is physical touch, maybe she's constantly cuddling you, and again, that's not her saying, oh my god baby, you're so sexy, but the fact that she's always touching you, that's her way of saying it, and she's just showing it to you a different way. So maybe think about that as well. Look at the things she's doing and think, is that her way of complimenting me and telling me these nice things without saying it? Is she acts of service, gift giving? Like, is it a different way of showing love that she's showing up for me, and I'm just expecting it to be in words because that's my love language? I'm a words of affirmation girl. But again, can you find that compromise, find that meet in the middle place where you maybe give her more of her love language, she gives you more of yours, and then boom, we're happy, we're in love, we're married, and we have a happily ever after. Fingers crossed, and keep us updated. I want updates from all of you guys this week. You guys have been pretty solid with sending updates recently, so please keep them coming, because I love it. I love hearing from you guys. I love messaging and chatting with you guys. It's so much fun. Okay, everybody, I am going to wrap up this week's episode here. Thank you all so much for listening. Make sure you follow the podcast on Instagram and TikTok at thelesbianlounge.podcast. Make sure you send us your dilemmas and questions and stories. The Linktree description will be in the show notes of the episode, and there you can find the links to our group chat. You can find the links to send your dilemmas, to follow us, to do all of those good things. If you've been watching on YouTube, give us a like and a subscribe. And if you've been listening on your podcast apps, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you've been listening, make sure to give us a 5-star review. And make sure you tune in next Thursday for a brand new episode. Love you all so much. Bye!